Roshan Raushan here with you, along with Kairu Lamri. It is double trouble on the Rated RR podcast. But I'm not talking about us, the duo. Actually, we've got double trouble in the form of Tanjong Pagar United's Blake Ricciuto and Luiz Jr., who has been killing it on the goal-scoring charts. Thanks, guys, for joining us on today's episode of the podcast.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
I know Raushan's quite keen to get himself straight into it, so we'll leave him to start things off.
Guys, it's great to have you with us. Thank you for making time. I'm just going to get stuck in. The recent form you guys have been on, Tanjong Pagar United, has been immense, has been a joy to watch. What is the secret? Especially after the mid-season break, you guys have been flying and killing it. What is the secret? Maybe Blake, we start with you.
Look, yeah, we've been good. I think the 6-week break was a blessing for us. We worked really hard on the training pitch, correcting our weaknesses or strengthening our weaknesses, and actually focusing on our strength and making him a lot better. And I think that that 6-week break, we started to focus more on Tanjong Pagar, on our own style of play and our the way the combinations. And understanding the players around us, and I think that's why our recent form has been so good at the moment. We actually think we should be doing better. We're a bit upset at the fact that we didn't get the 3 points against Geylang in the 3-1 loss, but at the moment we're going okay.
No, but I think have secret. We never stop to work hard. We have many players, quality players. So we trust the process and put inside the pitch. I think everything will be okay.
And guys, what's the coaching situation like at Tanjong Pagar United FC? How do Hasrin and Noh Alam Shah sort of come together and work together to get the best out of you guys?
Junior, you want to take that one or?
Okay, you can.
Okay. Look, To be honest, as a footballer, with the background that both Hasrin and Alam Shah have in football, it's very it's comforting as a footballer to know their background and their knowledge of football. So it's quite good, and they work together so well, and they're always believing in us, and they've given us a base of what to work with and telling us what to do, and I feel like that they're trustworthy in us, and that's why it works so well. Especially me as a midfielder. You got Hasrin who plays a midfielder, and it's kind of good that he gives you certain tips and things like that. And it's quite comforting. And you got Alam Shah. Obviously, we know what he's like, what he was as a player, and there's a lot of respect there. It's good to have two players of that, or two coaches of that pedigree, or what they have done for Singapore football. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, Luiz, Blake brings up a good point about Hasrin and him being an ex-midfielder. Alam Shah was one of Singapore's best strikers. Has he given you any sort of advice this season, Luiz?
I think for working with Alam Shah is very easy because he understands what I do. He understands because he's one of the best strikers in Singapore. So he helped me too much on every training. He come to me, talk to me, and I never press myself. I think this for me is very easy to come training, and the game is I can be relaxed to score goals for help the team.
Guys, just picking up, there's been a lot of passion in your football. We can see it as a fan. I can see it when I'm on commentary. We can see it, and I'm sure everybody watching can see it. How much do these wins mean, especially when a club like Tanjong Pagar have gone so long without a win, and then eventually to get one, and then now there's so much good momentum. How much do these wins mean, and what goes on in the dressing room in terms of celebrations after important victories?
Yeah, look, it's very nice to win. We know, some of the boys that were part of Tanjong Pagar last year, they weren't able to celebrate a win. They went a whole season without winning, and the new players that came on board, we kind of felt that, and when we first started and we didn't get a win for a while. It was very, difficult as a player, and we just wanted that win so bad. So when we got our first win, it was, we enjoyed it. We started, putting music on in the change room and things like that. So And now that, now that we're getting a few more wins and things like that, we definitely enjoying it. And I think, as you said, with the passion, I think it's a credit to everyone at Tanjong Pagar, because each and every player is working 100%. They work for each other, and I feel like that's where the passion comes in. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to work for each other. It doesn't matter if Junior scores, Nishiguchi scores, Nishikawa. Everyone is just happy to get that win at the end of the day.
Luiz, what's your take on the mood in the dressing room? And are you picking the music now that Blake says there's more music in the dressing room?
No, I cannot choose the music because sometimes they don't like my style music, But every music they put, I dancing, I dancing. I don't care. I have very happy because this moment. But Blake never dance. I push him to dance, but he don't dance.
I saw.
But we have
the
fun.
Dancing and scoring to Junior, he can do that.
I saw on Anaki's Instagram, Luiz Junior Luiz is a very good dancer, I saw him shaking his hips a lot.
Yeah. This boy crazy, My wife seen this video. My wife, hey, why you dancing? You went away. You never put shots. They say, no, this guy crazy. But this I like too much because we happy, because we win many games, so we have to continue like this.
Yeah, we got to hit the clubs once they're allowed to be open back here, and we'll bring you guys along. Luiz, we'll stick with you for the next question. And this is your second season with Tanjong Pagar. You've been delivering in terms of that goal scoring front. What made you decide to come and play in Singapore?
Yeah, before coming here, I was supposed to come another country, So my agent now no more, but I have good relationship with him. So he friend Alam Shah. So the last year when Tanjong Pagar come back, he need a striker. So he talked this my agent last year. So I say, I have the good striker. He play Indonesia. He play a lot of countries. So he give my video for Alam Shah, and Alam Shah like my work, my job. So he called me to come here. I know this country, Singapore already, because when I play Indonesia, I come here to do a lot of things. So I know Singapore. I say when he called me to come, I deal with him and come here.
And Blake as well, you obviously won the title with Brunei a couple of years ago, and then you took a step out. What made you join Tanjong Pagar? What was it about the project that pulled you back to Singapore?
Yeah, look, as I watched a few games of them last year, and then as soon as Alam Shah got in contact with me, we had a chat, and from the first chat, I knew what he wanted, and what they were building at Tanjong Pagar, and I wanted to be a part of it. It's and I feel like the process that they're building, or the project that they are creating, is going in the right direction, and it's an actual pleasure to be in such an environment where everyone is driving toward the same way, where the group is so close. And at the start it was a bit hard, with the results, but we all trusted, and we knew that, with our performances, we didn't have the best performances, but we knew there was glimpses there, training sessions that we said, oh, we can turn this around. We can actually start, getting these results. And, that's what we're doing at the moment. So credit to everyone, from the staff and the people down, the players and everyone. So, yeah.
Blake, you've had an interesting career. We're going to stick with this with you on this one. And you spent some time in Uruguay with Peñarol as well. Could you tell us a little bit about what that was like?
Yeah, look, that was one of the greatest experiences. My family, my background, my dad was born in Uruguay, and his family's Peñarol supporters. So the time I got to trial over there, and they offered me a contract in the reserves, I was over the moon, and it was Paolo Montero, ex-Juventus defender, was the coach. So that was a great experience to be in a country that live and breathe football so much. Was just second to none, and I'm very grateful for that.
How is it that you mentioned being over there and that the experience was one of the best in your career? How is it that Uruguay have been able to, with such a small population size, what, 3.5 million or 4 million, something like that? How is it that a nation like that have been able to produce world-class players consistently?
Yeah, that question gets asked a lot. And to me personally, I think it's just the fact that, you know, when they're in the youth system in Peñarol and other clubs, they're training every day at the age of 12. And, you know, everyone is working hard, willing, and you know, they just live and breathe football every day. There's kids playing out on the street, you know, street football. And, you know, you just, you know, they, even people that aren't into football, they have to be into football because someone next to them is, you know, knows football. It's just like a daily thing that you're talking, living, breathing football over there. The whole country stops when Uruguay plays as well. It's, you know, there's no cars on the road. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it's brilliant. And I mean, it's, I don't know, infrastructure wise, it's not like it is in Singapore, is it? Comparatively,
no.
or even like Australia, for example.
No chance. No, it's actually, you know, nowhere near that. And it was funny. When I was at Peñarol. Peñarol is quite good in that sort of sense, but there's other clubs that you know, they don't have the facilities that we have here in Singapore or in Australia. But there was a few scouts from Germany that came. I can't remember which club, and they came to Uruguay and they said they couldn't believe the fact that how they could produce so many good players in this sort of environment. You know, they was surprised. So yeah, it's incredible. But you know, credit to them.
Yeah, brilliant. Must be incredible hunger and desire, and like you said, living and breathing football. Luiz, Raushan, I know I'm hijacking the chat a little bit here, but I just want to go to Luiz very quickly to get his opinion about his time in Indonesia, another football mad nation. I want to get your opinion on your time in Indonesia with Madura and with Persija. And Indonesia is another football crazy nation. What are your best memories of your time there?
I have a lot more memory from the beginning. I played for Barito Putera. He scored 17 goals in the one season. After that, I go to Madura United. But in Madura United, I play only tournament, Piala President. And after I go to Persija, crazy support, you know, the big team. For me, the best team in Indonesia. I have a lot of memory from the Grigos, the friends, you know, the Bambang Pamungkas has helped me too much. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah,
but
of course. Everyone around here knows Bambang, man.
Yeah, but he very good guy and helped me too much. And very comfortable in this team, big team Indonesia. And my family with me, you know, so they're too easy to training, to do my job.
Fabulous. Just bringing it back now to the here and now. We talk about youth development and stuff like that. I want to talk about a guy who seems to be rolling back the clock in recent weeks, Kairu Lamri. He's a veteran striker. He's a legend of Singapore football. And then suddenly he's scoring goals. He's doing so much, really looking rejuvenated. Guys, can you tell me what's the secret? What's he like in training? How is he doing this at his age?
He's like Bambang, you know?
Yeah, I know. This is Bambang from Tanjong Pagar. Kairu Lamri is excellent player, excellent man. You know, his family. He helped me. He helped the young boys. He helped the Blake. He helped everybody. You know, so this guy, you know, I cannot say nothing much to him. He can every day he come. He enjoy the training and the game. He see what he do. He give you 100% and can help the team.
Blake, you've got quite a few younger players in the squad, in the Tanjong Pagar United squad, and I mean, I personally have been really impressed by the likes of Fatullah, Anaki, who's come in recently into the side as well, and Rujaidi, who have been big contributors to I think the recent turnaround in form. What's your take on how they've sort of settled in with the side, and your take on the overall contributions to the team?
Yeah, look, the young boys have been, you know, immense. The last, even, you know, from the start of the season, you know, especially, you know, obviously Shai, Rashidi, Anaki, and also Fatu, but also, you know, Nafal at the start of the season before his injury, I thought he was very good. You know, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of, as we touched on, Kairu Lamri and, you know, Ridwan, you know, there's a lot of references in the team that these young players look up to. and they can go and seek advice off, and I feel like that the environment is, it's not like that the seniors are in one spot and they don't want to. No, it's just that it's a family environment, and the players are comfortable to go and seek advice of these big players, and the big players like, Amri and Ridwan, they're happy to give their advice, and, and the players want to work hard for each other. So it's just a very good environment. I feel that that's why the young boys are definitely, being the form that they're producing is unbelievable, and hopefully we can keep that going.
We've talked a lot about family environment. I can understand how close-knit the dressing room is, but I just got to quickly ask on the Japanese players, Rio and Shodai. They've been playing out of their skin, really. And we know Japanese players have a certain style of playing and stuff like that, but what is your impressions of them and what do they bring to the team?
Yeah, look, Shodai and Rio, great people and obviously great footballers. They work hard, obviously as they're working hard off the pitch, when training's finished, they do a few extras and things like that. But not only in that sort of aspect, they don't segregate themselves from anyone else. They want to be part of the team. And, as you said, I think that we're creating a great environment and a tactical setup that is just everybody's is playing out of their skins at the moment. Hopefully we can just continue this form and keep going. But the Japanese boys have been great, for us.
Yeah, Luiz, I just want to jump in there and ask you about Rio in an attacking sense. What's your tactical relationship like with Rio Nishiguchi?
I think nothing is different. Rio is a very good player. He's very fast. And we have a good relationship in the training every day, me and him and Blake and all the players. But me and Rio, we play in front, So every day we training together. I find him and he find me in the training. So I think in the game is easy to play, with him because he's very smart. He's very smart guy, very smart player.
Okay, let's move on to the mentality in the squad now. And with these recent run of results that you guys have had at Tanjong Pagar United, you got 10 points from the last 5 matches. It's a lot more than what you achieved in the first half of the season. And with these renewed results, there might be an increase in expectations. Is the squad ready to sort of deal with that?
I believe that we had these expectations from us from day one, to be honest, or not really day one, but when we started seeing what we could produce on the training pitch and what the coaches were giving to us and believing in us, we knew that, okay, this is where we should be, and, at the start of the season, it's the second year of the club, the new players come on board. So it does take time to actually understand each other's roles and how each other play. But, I think with the coach's help and everything, I think we're starting to put things together in certain places. And, I think the expectations on us, our own expectations are higher than what other people actually have put on us, because as you said, we got a great result, a great run form, but we're not entirely happy. We wanted those 3 points against Geylang at home and it didn't come. So I think our expectations are a lot higher than what other people are putting on us.
Speaking of 3 points, speaking of keeping the run going, it doesn't get any easier. Lion City Sailors coming up next. Luiz, let's start with you. How are you feeling ahead of this game against the Lion City Sailors?
I'm feeling very good. The training is still same. We work very hard, and we know the Lion City, the big team here, is no need to say, but we confidence. This is very important for us. Is we confidence. So this is our home. I think we can get these 3 points.
And Blake, anything to add?
No, look, we take it one game at a time, as the cliche. But we're very, we're going to take it just like any other game, as we wanting to win every game, from now on, and we want to continue our form. And yeah, we know Lion City, the way they play and the type of players they have. But as we said, we're just going to focus on ourselves and hopefully go out and get the 3 points,
Yeah. Hey, look, I think your Jurong East co-tenants, Albirex, will be hoping that you guys can do them a bit of a favor by beating the Lion City Sailors. But let's have a bit of fun with a couple of our last questions here, guys. And who is the biggest character in the dressing room, you'd say?
Biggest character. I think it's a fight between Junior and Rio Nishiguchi.
Oh,
I think it's between them two. Yeah, you wouldn't expect Rio to be quite, but no, he's a bit of a character. I'll give him that.
Would you agree with that, Luiz?
I think Blake and Rio.
the next episode we got to get Rio on board as well. Then we can clear this whole thing up.
Yeah.
Luiz, I do want to ask you something else, but first I want to know, where did this celebration come from? I think the fans want to know, man. Where did this start?
I don't know, because every training we joke, you know. So one time the boys say, if you need goal, you call Junior. So when I score, I do this, and now when he scored, everybody will call me, you know.
I mean, they're even calling you for assists now. Speaking of which, Luiz, do you like scoring or do you like assisting?
I don't have too much assists in my career, you know. I think he score more, but this is more very important for the team. If I need to choose to score or assist, I think he score for me better.
Raushan, one last question before we let these guys go.
Yes, go on. All yours.
Yeah, okay, one last one, guys. One last one. Then who's the biggest joker in the dressing room?
Oh, biggest joker, Fasha.
Oh,
yeah, I think Fasha. This guy is very funny.
It's good.
Very funny.
It might be Fasha.
Give us one story of Fasha and why he's the biggest joker. We got a bit of time.
No, I don't think we can.
No, I cannot.
This one we cannot.
You have a lot. We have a lot story from Fasha, but you cannot see here.
They're right, you know, Raushan. The kind of things that happen in the dressing room, you know, it's best kept private.
Yeah, I think so. Especially
Better.
occasion.
Crazy.
All right, Raushan, why don't you bring us home, man?
It's been fabulous chatting to the both of you. Thank you so much for setting time aside to speak to Roshan and I. We've enjoyed it, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Guys listening in, if you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe, spread the good word. Tanjong Pagar, all the best.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for inviting me. If you need me, call me. Okay.
Thanks, guys.